A little Shakespeare for you here on WNCW this morning with the Hamlet Blues. That is Clint Roberts. He's from Brevard and now Asheville and is part of a cool new collective here, a little group called the Holler Choir. We like that stuff here on WNCW. The new album was produced by Mike Ashworth of the Steep Canyon Rangers. Hey, they're also from Brevard and Asheville and Saluda. And the Steep Canyon Rangers are live here on WNCW. Live Studio B sessions are brought to you by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. I'm Martin Anderson, and they are ready. Steep Canyon Rangers live on WNCW. There they are, back here in Studio B. It's the Steep Canyon Rangers on WNCW. Welcome, guys.
Hey, all right. Good morning.
Good morning. That's a way to wake up with a barn burner like that. These guys known for just such sweet songs, ballads and songs covering all sorts of topics, and then they'll, in their sets, they'll release some barn burners like that new set of tunes. Nikki Sanders on the fiddle, Mike Regina on the mandolin. You two started it off, and then all the guys chimed in. Some new stuff, Mike?
Yeah, that's an instrumental medley.
Yeah.
It's three tunes, and it's on the record. And you know, when we were putting the songs together for the record, Daryl Scott, who produced the record, was real insistent that we include an instrumental piece.
Yeah.
And, I'm glad we did. Yeah, I think it's a nice touch on the record. I
think it's kind of a tradition. I'm trying to think of a Steep Canyon album that maybe doesn't.
Well, there are a couple. More recently, we kind of got away from it, I think.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it was for a long time, and I think it's good that we went back to it.
Yeah.
It's fun, and we do it in our shows, live shows. You know, always have the instrumentals. So.
Is that why Daryl Scott said, "Hey, do it," because it's integral to what you all do?
Yeah, it's part of what we do live, and I think it's just part of what we've done in the past too. It's part of the bluegrass tradition, and it kind of ties us to that too, I think.
Yeah, it was neat, you know, having Daryl's perspective on the record, you know, because he really, it was nice to have some outside eyeballs, you know, and ears to say, well, you know, I mean, you know, as somebody who's been, you know, Daryl, I wouldn't say he's been following us, but he's been aware of us for a long time, you know, so he kind of came with some feelings about what this band was and where we came from and whatnot. And he, you know, there were strengths that he wanted to play to on the record. And I think doing an instrumental is one of those that he was like, hey, don't forget that you guys can do this too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the new album's called Morning Shift. It is, I think, your 9th album now, out on Yup Rock Records as of tomorrow. I guess it's officially coming out tomorrow when you kick off the 17th annual Mountain Song Festival.
Yeah, it's a good day to release a record at our festival down in Brevard, at Mountain Song Festival.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the album, Morning Shift, the first album since the pandemic, and the first album since old Woody Platt decided to just do a bunch of different stuff, and he's going to be performing at Mountain Song with Shannon Whitworth. But with Woody's absence, you guys put your heads together and were like, well, let's get someone else in here. And you didn't have to look far. You just had to look over in Saluda, Polk County, for this guy here on the guitar, Mr. Aaron Burdett. Welcome to the Rangers in Studio B.
Yes, thank you, Martin.
Great to have you. It's crazy, the story of you joining the band. I'm sure they were looking at all sorts of different folks, and but you sent along some demos with like iPhones and stuff, modern technology like that, to for them to hear some of you trying out some Steep Canyon songs.
And, you know, don't play modest. I understand you have a little bit to do with the way this came to pass. But yes, I sent some demos on a Monday, and well, the rest is history.
Yeah, and the rest is history. And then by Tuesday,
here we are,
booking a flight to L.A. No, it was neat to talk with you guys about, you know, okay, well, who's some folks that could maybe not fill the shoes of Woody Platt. No one can do that, but you know, who would complement the Steep Canyon Rangers in, you know, moving forward through 2023 and all. And it was an interesting little list of names being thrown around, and it could have gone in any cool direction, but you went with Aaron Burdett. And what's so crazy, Aaron, is your first gig. Can you talk about your first gig with these guys?
Oh yeah, the first weekend out was with them at the Hollywood Bowl, which is a pretty big gig. Actually, the largest. The first weekend out, I think I played for probably 60,000 people, which was more than in the last few weekends before that. For sure.
Yeah. Previously, you know, cool little gigs in Saluda, Hendersonville.
The Purple Onion doesn't hold that many?
No, they
standing room still
standing
not
room,
quite. No, Yeah. So wow, it was a 4th of July weekend. You had the fireworks and stuff.
Yeah, there were
Steve
fireworks.
Martin.
Matter of fact, it was a Steve Martin show. And matter of fact, the thing I remember the most is the L.A. Philharmonic was behind us while we sang Auden's Train and a couple other of these bluegrass tunes we sing a lot. So it was quite powerful right then.
Well, maybe your big homecoming show that for Asheville was you played the Salvage Station. This was your first time doing a local show with these guys, and I think it was. And I remember you were singing a song and there were fireworks in the background then. So is this like a thing now?
Just kind of happens.
Aaron and fireworks?
That's a friend of mine.
It's in his rider.
It's in the rider, yeah.
I do want to slip this in. I don't know if people out there in Radio Land, if we've made it very clear. Having Aaron Burdett audition for the band was basically Martin's idea. So everybody out there who knows and loves WNCW, if you have a problem, just call the number, talk to Martin. He'll probably have the right idea for you.
Okay, that's true. Yes, complaints can be sent to, how do you spell your name, Sean? No, just kidding. Yes, well, it was great to see it come together like this, and especially as evidenced in this new album, Morning Shift, and seeing you guys live is terrific.